Howdy, folks. The show must go on. We must keep swimming. We must continue to inch toward our goals of launching Songs of Glimmerwick. All right, so there's a new list that Jacqueline made for me. These are the things she wants done before our big beta. Let's see, let me pull this window up correctly. Oh, you know what I should also do is make sure I'm mapped to the correct category on Twitch. Okay. My chat is having some issues. I can't see the chat yet. Let's turn it off and then turn it on. Interesting. Yes, I can't quite see the chat yet. Should come in eventually. Hello, Lupercal. Welcome. Louder 360. Hello. All right. So we have many things to do. I think rather than the things on this list, there's some music that I have not implemented, some spell songs. I want to see if I've implemented all of the spell songs that Phoenix has sent to me. Let's see. Spell songs. No, I definitely haven't. So that might be kind of fun to do. Plus I've been wanting to do that for a while. So let me download. All right, Google is zipping the file. And now Google is downloading the file. Yes. Okay, very good. And now we have the file. Revised spell songs. So I shall extract them right here. Okay, cool. And I'll just open here. We've got some Mac garbage. And let's see, festival song. I don't even know if I've heard this one. Oh yeah, VLC takes forever to play these days. I don't know what happened to my VLC. It's like takes so long for it to start playing now. Can we really play that? Can the player really play that? There's no way. There is no way the player can play that. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Okay, well, let's start with that one, I guess. So we need, so here's the festival song. And the festival song needs the actual markup for the music. And then it also needs the background music. So this is the full, there's no accompaniment. And I don't know, maybe there's not supposed to be an accompaniment. I don't know. So I heard accidentals in there. I don't know if I'm supposed to simplify the song or what. Okay, well, let's take a look here. So who else? We have, just checking who else we have music for. Here's where the music goes. So spell background tracks. So this is the folder we want. I'll open up that folder, spell background tracks, open an Explorer, and then I'll put the song in there. Okay, what else does it have? It has oh, that's just an ASD file. Okay. I think that maybe there's been a mistake. I feel like we're supposed to have something else, but I'm really doubting that the player will be able to play this. I will be floored if the player can play this song. I'm just looking at the lead melody. I'm listening to the lead melody, and I'm not hearing. Sounds like there's some stuff that the player won't be able to play in a normal diatonic scale, which would be a mistake. But let me just see, is it... Oh, right, so I'm gonna need to turn off the music from the game. And I should still be able to play my flute. Okay, so let's hear this. Okay, let's see. Okay, so far so good. Really? So it was like... Okay, there's only one note, and it's technically still in the key. It's just I had to use the space bar, which we have not asked the players to do. So let's see. Wow, is this song actually... That's crazy. I think it was going back to tonic. Crazy. I'm really surprised that that all fits. That's crazy. Okay, but the only issue is we do have a note that we are not supposed to ask the player to play. And that's that one right there. I have to use the space bar to pop it an octave to play, and we're not supposed to do that. So the only thing that we can do is like replace that note with the one with the octave below, which will probably sound kind of bad. This song is not going to be easy to notate. This will be the hardest song to notate. So for this one, most of them are really easy, but this one's a doozy. Well, we'll see. Lupercal asked if I ever considered doing the music myself. Long ago, like before I even really started Eastshade, I was considering doing the music myself, but Phoenix was he won me over. He was agog, and he was very adamant that even if I did the music myself, he would still score a soundtrack, even if I didn't put it in the game. But that would have been really stupid to do the music myself. I know a little bit of music, but I'm not a lifelong composer like Phoenix. And of course, Phoenix continued with music his whole life and ended up being, in my opinion, one of the best composers in video games. So that would have been very foolish. All right, so in order to notate this, I usually don't go to Reaper. I usually just notate it directly. Markup, which is not, it does not use MIDI. Gosh, maybe it should have, but I'm sure it would have been more complicated to read, to allow it to read MIDI than what I'm about to do here. But at first, I do need to write this in MIDI because it's just going to be really hard. And I suppose Phoenix probably could have sent me the MIDI. That might have been helpful. But at this point, asking him for it, it'll just be faster to do it myself. Plus, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to rearrange. Let's just give it something. I guess I'll just give it a piano. Okay. There is a little bit of music in the game that will be from me, but very small and not part of the soundtrack. Come on, this one. All right. What is this leap nonsense? Oh. I will be right back. All right, sorry guys. I just had to run down a big hill and come back. My wife calls me and she says, all he needs a poo diaper and he can't make it home. So this is the top for anyone who doesn't know, toddlers, when they learn potty training, very often they, for whatever reason, they have more trouble pooing in the potty. So often they will still continue to go on diapers. And ours always asks for a poo diaper when he needs to poo. Other than that, he pees in the potty. Anyhow, this is probably exactly the kind of content you came here for. So I needed to run all the way down a hill with a diaper so that we don't have a catastrophe. Okay. All right. I told my son, I said, you know, my whole stream will hear of this because I'll have to explain myself. So there. Now he can sue me. So what were we doing? Right, we were making it with MIDI. Does at least have the tempo. He usually writes the tempo. This doesn't even have the tempo. Come on now. They all have the tempo. What's the difference with this one? Why didn't this one want to have the tempo? I don't get it. Okay, let me... Sophie, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that. We have to get the tempo. So I'll just play the song. Issue. Audio driver or something? I don't get it. Whatever. Tempo tapper. So many issues. Come on. It's actually quite a big span, but it looks like it's probably 160. It's going to be 160. It's also, of course, in 3. So I want to change the time signature. How do we do that? It's been so long since I actually make music in this thing. Oh, here we go. Okay, it's 3 beats. And now in order to test if bring the song in. So if I put the song in and it stays lined up with the measures, then we'll know. I'll just turn on the metronome. Okay. So it stayed lined up the whole time, which means we did get the tempo right. Very good. So now we need to get the melody right. Does it even repeat once? Why? There we go. Okay, so many issues with this. Stop it. Zoom out. What are you doing? Why are you like this? There we go. Okay. Now we have to start notating this. Okay, that one will be pretty easy. So this is where we start. And it had a whole measure, so I'll zoom in. It was like 1, 2, 3, dun, dun. Okay, it's 2 beats. Somehow I started, oh no, it was 2 measures. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then we, of course, need to hold this for an extra beat. All right, how's that? So far, so good. All right. I have no idea where that note is, so I'm just going to put in random keys and move it around. I don't think that was right. Okay. No. We should be in the key of, I think we're in the key of G minor. So that should be in the scale. That won't be. This just seems like it wouldn't. Okay, that was it. Okay, so we're definitely not in the key of G minor because we just did this note. I don't remember. It's E. We just did an E, which is not in there. I just know that G minor is. Oops, these notes. That doesn't sound right though. I guess. Okay. And this, I believe, is the note that we can't do. So I'll be curious to see how we can arrange this to make it fit. Dun, 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 dun. And I actually don't know. Okay, that one does 3 beats. Okay. I cannot believe this fits in the key. It's crazy. I assume. Let's see. And that one goes the full measure again. I'm going to save this actually. I usually don't save Reaper projects, but I will save this one just because if this crashes right now, it's going to be really annoying. I'll just save it in this folder. We'll just call it Festival Song. Okay, save. We're almost done. And then we go. That was very off key. Sorry, everybody. That's so bad. I'm so bad at singing. I need to like. I I can pitch match, but I cannot just I cannot believe so many people can just sing a note. Like they'll just hear a note. Ma, ma. Did you see it? Like I have to like wobble around for a second, and then I need to tune my voice to the note. But a lot of people just hear, and they can just go, ma, like first try. I can only do it first try because I already tuned myself to it. Hey, Ryan JQ. Well, Phoenix doesn't sing, but I mean, this is it's kind of not relevant to actually notating this right now. One way Phoenix could have sent me was he could have sent me the MIDI. Usually he doesn't, though. It's just the melodies are so easy that I just I usually just notate them so easily because we have our own little special notation markup. I didn't want to like fully read MIDI in the game. That just would have been kind of annoying to code. I just would have had to learn the MIDI format and stuff. So I made my own little thing. It's really simple. It's just like the degree and the duration of the note. It's like the simplest thing ever. But this melody is so complicated that I just know it's going to be very hard to get it right in my little thing right away. Usually I don't even do this MIDI step, but since it's so complicated, I want to do the MIDI step first because it's just a lot faster to hear if I got it right. And then I can just literally read off all of these note durations back. Oh, okay. Actually, that one is not does not hold for 5 beats. Okay. And then that's it. I think we're done now. Perfect. All right. Mossvale Studios, hello. It says, when deciding the name of the game, did you deliberately move away from Witch something? I've noticed many Witch games on Steam lately. When we named the game, there were not nearly as many Witch games, but we did not. I don't know. I feel like the world of Glimmerwick feels a little bit broader. It just we didn't want to get too cute. Like we wanted to be more in a fantasy direction. Like this is a fantasy world. It's an epic fantasy world. And I guess we're a little bit more pretentious than most cozy witch games. We're a little bit more I guess we just take it a little bit more pretentious, a little bit more like fantastical, and so we wanted a slightly more epic sounding name, I guess, for a more epic feeling game. All right, so that's it. So now we have the MIDI, and now it should be a lot easier to notate the song. So now when I go back here, so I'm going to go to the song, which is called Festival, and I'm going to go to the song Data. Festival. Where's the song Data? There it is, Festival, right here. And we need a new a markup here. We're gonna call this Festival. I'll call it Festival Song, just so I know exactly what I'm looking at. Mossvale says, I think it's smart because I get confused when the 4 or 5 witch games to the point they've done together. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, we've got Witchbrook, we've got Witchwood, which some people confuse those games, although Witchwood is not a witch game. I guess, no, that's not true. There are witches in Witchwood, but it's a very different game than Witchbrook, certainly. And then we have like, we have a TV show or an anime and a manga called Little Witch Academia. We have a Little Witch in the Woods. We have I believe it's Little Witch Academia and a Little Witch in the Woods. We have wild. There's at least 3 other witches. Yeah, there's so many witch things with witch in the title. So yeah, hopefully there's absolutely no game whatsoever that will ever be confused with Songs of Glimmerwick. Okay, so let's go. Where is that festival? Come on. A, B, C, D, E, F. Come on now. Is it not alphabetical? There it is. It's right there. I'm an idiot. I'm a fool. Okay. Here, we got festival song, and then we also want the festival song full. Full song music doesn't matter anymore. It's just background music now. And let's see. Developer start settings. I'll just make sure the developer start settings starts me with the festival song. So I'll check out this file and we'll just look at starting songs. Starting mail, starting game pools, starting functions, NPC states, topics. Oh, come on now, come on. You know what? I'm just going to have to open the code and figure this out, where this is. Something about a song. Come on. There's no songs? Spells? Did we call them spells? Starting acquired spells. It's right under money. And it's actually above starting items, which is unexpected. Starting acquired spells. It's like the first one. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that we actually have the festival song in here. So I'll duplicate it. And the song's called Festival, and I will make sure that I start with a acquired and a high score of 0. And that should let me test the song. And I think it will, oops, I've been messing with data while the game is running. That was an accident. I will exit out and rerun the game, and hopefully I'll be able to test the festival song. At least just hear it. And all the music will be wrong for the moment, but we're about to put that in. Witchspire. I hadn't even heard of Witchspire. Mossville says, have you noticed any wishlist changes since the Steam changes? Not for us. It's only been a few days though, right? So, but also we don't actually have a release date put in, a public release date, which means we're not going to show up on that calendar. So, yeah, it's not really going to make an impact until we get close. But also, we're going to be in popular upcoming because that doesn't affect us. The whole, they've raised the threshold to get into popular upcoming, but like we have 152,000 wish lists, so yeah, there's absolutely no chance we're not going to be in popular upcoming. Oops. I'll do. Here's our wish list data. So this is, it's just, there's so much other stuff going on. It's just really hard to tell, but I'll do a little bit earlier here. Yeah, so we've had more before. So this is like, I think maybe this is the first day, or this is the first day the Steam changes. And we have these spikes here, but also we always get more wish lists on the weekend. So is this Friday? This is June 4th. No, it's Thursday actually. We also had somebody post on the Witchbrook subreddit about us, and that actually surprisingly tends to drive a lot of wish lists towards us. So that could have been it as well. But I doubt that change had anything to do with us right now. I mean, yeah, I doubt that change impacted us, I guess is what I'm saying. Bring this back onto the main monitor. I heard the threshold is now 80,000. Really? That high? That's impressive. Crazy. Well, hopefully we do get in there. I mean, 80,000 is a lot. If there's a time range on that, I mean, it's taken us a long time to get to 150,000. So hopefully we actually show up in there. But if not, I mean, I trust that whatever Steam did is going to be overall good for good for, good for game sales. I think they know what they're doing. People that finish a game they enjoy are always looking for similar but different enough to feel fresh. Yeah. Well, and Glimmerwick is a really weird game. I think that it's going to find its place. I think that we're going to have threads of people asking for if anyone knows of games like Glimmerwick, just like we did for Eastshade. I really think it's a very, very unique game. Maybe every developer thinks that about their game, but I think it's a freaking weirdo. And I even think that a lot of people who liked Eastshade, who feel like maybe Glimmerwick is not for them, I still think that Glimmerwick's going to worm its way into their hearts if they give it a chance. And since we have a free demo, I think a lot of people will. So I want to see, just make sure that song is started here. Festival song all the way at the bottom. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so everything's working. All right, cool. All right, so now we have to go into our, here, I'll close everything here so we can just focus on the festival song. And here's where we put all of the stuff. So we have 160 BPMs and the lead, I think it's just 6 beats. And you'll notice that the markup doesn't ask, this is the custom markup I wrote. Those of you who are musical will notice that it does not ask for a time signature. Why does it not ask for a time signature? Because a time signature is redundant. It's completely pointless information, actually. You don't even need a time signature. You just need the tempo. And that's it. And actually, if we were going to have a time signature, at least that would tell the musician what the feeling of the song is. It should just be one number. It shouldn't be 2 numbers. It's very stupid that it's 2 numbers. Like if a song is in 4/4, that's supposed to be, there's 4 quarter notes per measure. Why does quarter note matter? If the song was in 4/1, would it make it? If it were whole notes, would it make a difference? If it was whole notes at 500 BPMs, then it would sound, exactly the same as quarter notes at 125 BPMs. So I think it's very silly that we have the second number. And also, you'll notice that nobody ever puts anything other than a 4, sometimes a 2, but you never see someone putting like a 4/3. You would put a 3/4, but you wouldn't put a 4/3 because nobody's going to say, a 3 is like a third note or like a triplet sort of thing. You would never, you would never think of a song in terms of that. So that's the hill I'll die on. The second number in the time signature is pointless, and I don't understand who came up with putting it. Anyway, so I'm going to delete all this. So this is the way the markup works. The first is the degree of the scale, and the second is the duration. And since we have the mid, I think it starts with A, if I'm not mistaken. A is right here, folks. I don't know why I cannot remember where the keys are. Let me just play the note just to make sure. Mossville says, I'm actually playing your demo right now. All right, thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you playing the demo. One thing I noticed is the music cuts when creating a character, which is a shame. Yes, perhaps we'll put some kind of music while creating the character. Don't know if it should keep doing the start menu music or if it should play some other song, but it's just sort of a one-time thing. But yeah, maybe we'll put music for that. Mossville says, have you considered releasing the soundtrack on Steam alongside the game? Yes, we will certainly release the soundtrack, just like we did for our last game, Eastshade. Yeah, that's a no-brainer for sure. What note is that? Oh, it's G. Okay. All right. So now that I know, or yeah, it's 0. It's because we're 0 indexed, unfortunately. Now I can count up. That's 1. It is kind of hard to see where I am. That's not part of the scale. Oh yeah, it is. 1. Is it? God, I'm like losing my mind here. Let me move it closer. So G, that's 0. 1. That's not part of the scale. Wait, 0, 1, 2. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're locked in. So we're starting with 4, and it starts for 2 beats. So it's going to be degree 4, and we do 2 beats. Oops, let me get the Alt tab. So 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, and I'll do commas for all of them. And then it really is just 1 beat, and then 2 beats, and then 1 beat. And then start from a lower spot. So this is just going to be 3, 2, 1, and 0. And 1, 0, 2, 5, 5, and in the ascend, it's so 6, 7, 8. Okay. Mossville asked, did you ever consider a Kickstarter for Songs of Glimmerwick? Kickstarters are a lot of work, and they don't work that well, and they don't really get you very much money. The funding for Songs of Glimmerwick comes from our last title, Eastshade, which grossed about $3.7 million, which netted us over $2 million. And there wasn't anyone to pay back. So we basically spent $2 million almost $2 million making Glimmerwick. We're almost 8 years since we launched our last game, Eastshade, which isn't completely insane. But my wife and I, we traveled the world. We bought 2 houses, not by accident. We didn't want to, but we decided we wanted to have children. And since then, we've had 2 children. So even though the game has been taking a long time, we've also just had a very busy period in our life. Oh, did we also get married? Yes, we got married. We got married in 2019. We got married the year we shipped Eastshade. Yes. Is that correct? No, we got married the next year. Anyway, we did a lot of stuff. We got married, we traveled the world, we had 2 babies. So I think a Kickstarter would have been a massive distraction, and you make so little money. I mean, these Kickstarters are like, Kickstarter just doesn't work that well anymore. It's also, Glimmerwick's not really like the kind of idea that people are like just dying for that specific sort of thing. It's not really filling a niche. I guess it is in the sense that people like Witch Academy stuff, and they probably will for a long time. But I think it's gonna, hopefully, Glimmerwick will kind of start its own little cult fan base, kind of like Eastshade did. Eastshade's kind of a culty game, I feel like. The people who like Eastshade really like Eastshade, and it didn't break into the mainstream, which I would have never expected it to. But, it was upper middle class of Steam, $3.7 gross across all platforms. This is not what I'm trying to look at. So it did really well for us. make sure to keep this. So all the way up on 8. Oh, it is 8 because we can't do 8. This is the problem. So we have to do 0 instead of 8. And I think that will probably sound really bad. But so there's really only 2 spots that we use that. So I'm going to drop it an octave. That sounds horrible. Okay, so that is never going to work. We have to change the melody. We just do. Let's hear what that sounds like. Oh, that's not that bad. I mean, it's not great, but it'll work. That sounds really bad. Here, we'll just remove these notes. What does this sound like? That sounds pretty good. What if we move this one a little bit? Let's try this. That doesn't sound very good. What if we change that high note so it's... That sounds really bad. Phoenix is gonna... I'm destroying his song. That sounds so wrong. That sounds horrible. There's like no way to do this in a way that doesn't sound horrible. Maybe we just drop this note entirely. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do about that. Okay, let's see. Exit condition 0 says we're supposed to not hear the melody. I've turned off the accompaniment since we're sort of changing the we're changing the lead melody, but I guess we could hear it with what the song will currently do in the background. But we might have to ask Phoenix to change that. That sounds awful. Could just drop this. Well, that might be our best bet. Okay, well, let's roll with that right now. So instead of going up to 8, we just do nothing. We just do nothing. What if I hold the note? Does it sound? Right now, which is stupid. But I don't know what we're gonna do about this. And it's 5, 4. I believe this is 3. And if I'm correct, it should be the second note that happens. Yeah, 3. So 3. And what we did, which is the 7, and that holds for a full 3 beats. without rests. So do 4 beats and then 4, I'm guessing, which if I'm correct will be the first note we did. Yeah, 4, 2, 4 for 1 beat, 3 for 1 beat, and then 2 for 2 beats, 4 for 1 beat, and then, yeah, 0 for 3 beats, 2 for 3 beats, each, 1, 0, and 3 beats, 1 for 3 beats, and is that one. That's going to be the 4. 4 for 1 beat, just 3 beats, and I think it's 3. 3 for 3 beats, a full measure. Okay. Let's see what that sounds like. And if it's hard to play. Steven, sorry, I missed your hi. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream and the chat. Oh, I can tell there is something, but it's like 1% of the soundscape. Oh, I see. Okay. You guys just can't hear the... I can maybe turn it up a little bit, just the audio from the computer. Sorry, guys, that's probably pretty boring. Oh, I see. It's the audio capture device is not outputting what I'm doing in Reaper. That's annoying. Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you guys probably are only able to hear it from the speakers. That was really stupid of me. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Well, hopefully we're done with that now, so... My apologies. Thank you for letting me know, folks. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this now that we're going to be playing it. Okay, there was one... Oh. I think I must have help on, music mastery help. Yeah, double extra, okay. Well, that was very fun to play along with. I was really sad about that I can't play the melody. It's just a bummer. Can't play along fully with the melody. I'll just have to let Phoenix know. And maybe he can change the melody a bit, but I think it will be hard. He's probably already changed the melody a lot just to fit it in that. Okay, but let me go to that markup. There was one beat that was too long, and I think it was the third from the last. The last, yes, I put as 3, and it's only 2. There. Okay, I'll play the song once more. And the music, the sheet music was going by really fast. Which I don't know if I can fix that. Like, it's 80, so, all right, it's a 160, so I could lower it to 80. If I lower it to 80, though, we're gonna have 1.5 beats per measure. Wait, how's that gonna work? Because because there's currently 3 beats in a measure. So what would I have to do? It would have to be, lowering it to 80 will not work. It would have to lower to like the measure, which would be really 1/3. It would have to go down to 60. And then I'd have to divide all of the note durations by 1/3. But I think that that will probably feel better for the player because they'll see the notes coming more in advance. Hey, Senjuni, welcome, welcome. Yeah, that will probably feel better. I think I'm going to have to do that because it just goes by so fast. I did it first try, though. It's so crazy, the skill, the breadth of skill from our players is completely unmanageable. It's like, I think maybe with shooters, it's like people who don't play shooters just don't even try to play shooters. But since this game appeals to maybe a broader kinds of players, that was just a blast. I'm pretty sure I got it perfect. Oh, whoops, I have the stupid... I thought I turned the help off. I have no... Oh, right, I just added a bunch of extra points. I made the game so easy, it's annoying. And people... And it's nothing... nothing's ever enough. Like, for the people who can't do it, they just can't do it. Like, they can't do anything. Like, it seems like if you just had them have to press, like, A 4 times or something, they still wouldn't... They're like... I have people telling me that in the forums, I have people telling me that even when they set the accessibility settings to song mastery double extra, they say they still cannot beat the music minigame. So I just set it to double extra help. I'm just going to let all these notes go by. And then I'm going to press a couple random notes over here. And every time I press a random note, it docks my score. Now I'll just hit one note. Okay, I hit 5 notes the entire song. I hit 5 notes. Okay, I got -18, so that actually wasn't enough. So how many notes do I have to hit to make this work? Okay, I hit like 4 notes. Missing all these, missing all these. So I missed probably like 70% of the song, and I still got 70, which is the perfected score. So I just don't know how to accommodate that kind of skill gap. I don't know what we're going to do. We've got a lot of people saying they hate the music minigame. It really is so fun, though. It's just a simple rhythm game. You don't even have to play it. Just let it go by. Oh, I'll never solve this problem. All right. Sandruni says, I have a question about the music minigame. I really like it as it is, but was wondering if you had considered marketing beats in the line so that visually you can see the beats. Go along and anticipate 1/2. Wait, so making beats in the lines. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, like in the lines that go by. Oh yeah, that might be helpful. Sindruni says, how many until you have to press or for how long? Oh no, you're fine. I don't mind. I'm just curious about the thought process. How many do you have to press? What do you mean? Like how many do you have to press to pass the lowest threshold? Technically, you don't have to press anything. You can just never play the game ever. But in order to win in the game, or like even meet the lowest threshold, without the accessibility settings, I think you have to get like or something like half of the notes somewhat correct in the ballpark. Navasha says, hello, by the way. I practiced this song so much back when you actually had to get it perfect and was able to get both stars on all the songs. I love all the mini games. That is great to hear. Yeah, I mean, Jack and I also wonder if people think that they're supposed to be able to get it right within like 2 or 3 tries, because that's the only thing we can think of when people just like they're like short circuiting on it, and they're just like they feel that it's impossible, and they actually quit the game. Like they don't even just like fail the song and then move on, because you don't have to do anything. You don't have to get a learned star. It just makes it slightly faster to cast. But they actually think that they have to beat it. And I don't know how quickly they're exiting out or how long they're trying. It's supposed to be the type of thing that you try and then you have to practice a couple times. But once you practice it a couple times, yeah, just like Navasha said, like you can actually get it perfect. And it's actually trivial to get it perfect after you practice it. Like, I mean, I don't know the number, but certainly now I can play. I mean, we just notated that song just now in real time, and I played it for the first time and I missed one note. So like, and I'm not good at video games or anything, but I mean, I've just practiced the mini games, so I don't know how to accommodate it. Mossvale says, I think the notes coming down should hit the line at the bottom and dissolve into it. If the notes came down with the key letter on them, it might be easier to read. On Xbox, they come down with so if they came down with the key letter on them, it would just be like the stupidest typing game in the world. Basically, anyone who could type in an orthodox way, anyone who had even like basic orthodox typing skills. I mean, we're basically asking you to type words at like 20 BPM or something like that, you know? I guess, and we're asking you to type words that you don't leave the home row keys at 20 BPMs. It's a joke. It's so easy. Like, I feel like a 6-year-old could do it. So I don't know. It just having that one extra layer of obfuscation seems to make it slightly feel more like a rhythm game. But I don't know. I mean, maybe we should add that as an option, because we do have people saying like, oh, I'm dyslexic, or I have ADHD, or they'll name something that is making them feel like it's preventing them from being able to do the game. I really thought the best remedy was just making the game completely optional, which we did, but that doesn't seem to satisfy people. And it's unclear to me if they're saying, because people just, when they don't like something, they really want you to know about it. It's almost like they want to like cut you a little bit over it. Like they're annoyed that it's in there, and they're annoyed that they have to deal with it, and they want you to know. So I don't know if it's like people really like the game and they're definitely going to buy it, but they just want to tell me how much they hate this mini game, or they're literally bouncing off the game. Like I thought, because I've got people telling me that it was like, they loved it so much they couldn't put it down, but they hate the mini game so much that they can't play the game. And I don't know which part to believe. If they loved it so much, you would think, I don't know. It's possible they're just exaggerating their hatred for the mini game to let me know how much they hated it, and that they're going to buy it anyway. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Anyway. Let me catch up a chat. Took forever, but felt more rewarding when you passed the minigame. Okay, good to know, Louder 360. Then Junie says, people have so many different kinds of skills. Having a more visual aid would help those that are not so musically inclined. But there's no music. It's 0% music related. We're not asking people to do pitch. It's just visual. So there's like... Yeah, I mean, maybe it would help people who know how to type and don't want to play a rhythm game. And maybe we'll have to consider that option. Mossvale says maybe only add it to the double extra mode. Yeah, I think we could put the setting itself to put the keys in. I mean, it should already be in because we already do it with the Xbox. It's way harder on controllers, so we have to put the keys because you don't have the visual guide of where the keys are. Zahib says, sounds like there's some dissonance in how they're engaging with the system and how the system is supposed to work. Maybe try to get a mix of playtesters and record their gameplay. Then someone would probably run into the same issue. I feel like those people complaining. We have watched quite a few testers, but none of them have really bounced off it the way that some people are. And again, it's really hard to gauge. We won't know until we ship the game and we see the reviews. Because sometimes these things can sort of feel bigger than they are. I mean, we've had over 20,000 people, 25,000 people now, I think, have downloaded the game. And it's not like we've heard thousands of people tell us how much they hate the minigame. It's probably like, I don't know, 50 to 100 comments we've read that they don't like the minigame. We've also heard a lot of people say that they love the minigame. So, man. There's rhythm. I actually disagree that there's rhythm because you're just watching the thing. It's really just timing. I mean, you don't even have to feel the rhythm. And I don't even know if it helps to feel the rhythm. It might actually hurt to feel the rhythm because there's latency. And it's enough latency to where it will throw you off if you try to play it like, I mean, I played drums in high school. I'm a pretty good drummer. I'm a very, very good drummer for someone who's not a musician. I'll say that. Yeah, and I just watched the keys go by, so I don't know. Sanjuni says, I liked it. Good to know. Oh, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate any ideas on this. Mosfell says, I honestly feel like the people that love the game and want to play it get the most frustrated because they want it to be perfect. Maybe that's the case too. I mean, the most frustrating thing about the feedback was the people who were completely hopelessly horrible at the game and were so pissed that they couldn't get the perfect score. And to us, that's kind of a cursed problem because they're so bad at this game that we need to trivialize it in order for them to get the perfect score. But like, the perfect score is not for them if they suck at the game, which is why the perfect score doesn't really do anything. I mean, it does almost nothing. It makes, and certain spells that have like area effects, like there's a rain cloud spell. It makes the area slightly larger that you can water. For spells that don't have any area effects like that, it makes the spell slightly cheaper to cast. And it's really tiny. It's like 10 or 20% or something. So you could cast maybe at one extra time during the day or something like that. It's these really ticky-tacky little bonuses for perfecting it. And then on top of that, they already have the accessibility setting that makes it, to my mind, completely trivial to pass. So like they can crank that thing up and then just basically let the music pass. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to please them on it. It seems like people just, they want it to be less difficult and they don't want to use the accessibility setting. And they want to get the perfect score as well, while simultaneously being very, very, very fundamentally bad at the game, at the music game, not at the whole game, just at the rhythm part. And it feels a little like a curse problem, but maybe there's something that will please everyone. I don't know. Mosfell says some games will simplify a mini game if the player fails a certain number of times without telling them. Yeah, we could do that approach. But like Navasha said, she practiced it. So like she wanted to keep trying it. And if we just like silently made it easier for her, I feel like that might bum her out if she felt like she was making progress in the practice. So that one's kind of tricky as well. What about deleting the possibility of a perfect score? You could just beat your own record, but anything above 200, yeah, could do that. Maybe we'll have to do that. Right. Okay. So for this one, I wanted to lower the BPMs to 80. So we're making it go down by a third. the lead is now only going to be 2 beats. And we have to divide all these durations by 1/3. So this one's going to be like 0.666, right? Yeah. This one's going to be 0.333 and so on. Right now I'll just do all the 2s. Okay. Then I'll do all the 3s, 0.333. Or sorry, I'll do all the 1s, I mean. I'm basically just making this song exactly the same, except at a much lower tempo. Okay. Oh, this should go down to 1. And then the 4 one is interesting. We'll see what that ends up looking like. So what is 4 divided by 3? 1.33. Obviously. That's easy. All right, let's check. So the song should sound exactly the same, but we should be able to see twice as far into the future. And the notes will just be more squashed together. Mossfell says you could lock the perfect score to only when revisiting it. So the first time players just have to complete it once on easy mode. That's an interesting, or even hide the perfect score. Oh, look at this. I have so many of these potions. Oh, I can't use them here. Okay. All right. Okay, that was incorrect. Why did it have so little lead up? What did I do wrong? Should be doom 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 doom. It really should be 2 beats. Why? The tempo is 80. Doesn't make any sense. It's not right. Because it used to be 6, and now it's 2. And it's 80. Did I lower the BPM correctly? No, I must have not. It should be 60. It should be 60 BPMs. Wait, what? What am I doing wrong? Can 16 even be divided by 3? Okay, I need to change this to 53.333 BPMs. I don't even know if I can do decibels. Decibels? Decimals. God, I'm an idiot. Right, because it's a 160 BPM song divided by 3 is going to be 53.333. Okay, let's see if it lets us. It's going to be a problem if we don't. 53.3333. You know, I might have to get as accurate as it'll let me, because otherwise it's going to sort of shift off the song. Won't people just get pissed later once they see the perfected? I mean, we've got people who can't, I don't know. We've got people who can't even get 10 points in the game. They can't even press a single key. Okay. Oh, I messed up. I wasn't concentrating. Oh, what happened? Must have been one I forgot to change. It was probably one right here. I think we're going to have to slow down the song. That was overwhelming. I think we're going to have to do... The fast version was better, but I don't know. I wish I could just do like half. I guess I could do half. It's not gonna fit. Could I do half? Let's try that. Okay, let's do, it's 80 BPMs with a lead of 3. It's gonna be such weird stuff going on behind the scenes. Okay, 0.5, 1, 0.5, 1, 0.5, 1, 0.5, 1, 0.5, 1, 0.5, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 0.5, 0.5, 1, 0.5, 1.5, 2, 0.5, 0.5, 1, 0.5, 1.5. Okay, in theory, that should be the same song. Let's see. Maybe less players would bounce off that game at the earlier point, then they will have been exposed to more of the game when they try again. That's true. Maybe that's something. How about having an in-game reason for having an alternative to the game? Like some witches play music differently on account of their skills. That might make people feel better about doing it different. But then we'd have to make a different version of the game, right? Okay. Oh, this is perfect. Here, let's restart. Perfect. Okay, easy. Why is it... Did I change the settings again? Okay, yeah. There we go. Just an explanation. Oh, for skipping the mini game. I see. So they don't feel like they're using the accessibility setting. I don't know, but it's like... It's... I see what you're saying. But like, we're leaving the people who actually work to do it nothing. I feel like this is... When it comes to difficulty, like you've got games that just don't even want to make an option for a lower difficulty. You've got games like Elden Ring or something. And for those games, even though people get really pissed off that you can't lower the difficulty, it's like, it's something special for the people who... It somehow makes it more special for the people who do beat the game that you can't lower the difficulty. And it's stupid, but it's how it works. And unfortunately, there's enough space in this industry for games like that. In our game, you can trivialize the game with the difficulty setting, at least the music mini game. But it's like, if that's not enough for people, I'm almost unwilling to like accommodate them. Like, not only do you not want to lower the difficulty setting because it's like you somehow simultaneously are indignant that the game is too hard for you, but you're unwilling to use the settings that we made for you because of some kind of weird pride thing. It's like, I'm not gonna bow down to your weird issue. I don't know. It's like, I'm not gonna make it like you do need the game easier, and I've given you the settings, so make it easier. It's weird. It's like, if I make some code, it's like bend over backwards and do a bunch of work to accommodate them. It's just like, it just makes it feel less cool for the people who do perfect it. If that makes sense. I do wonder if I think showing the keys in the is a great idea. I think that's a great idea. I think that might be something that we need to look into. Nice. You played Zelda's Lullaby. Beautiful. I'm glad you like jamming on it. Okay, so the festival song is in. It's a little weird. I wonder if I can make some. That's better. That harmony is weird. I just want a harmony that works. This is going to be a big jump. I guess this is the best one. Why does it sound so bad? What if we just... That one sound... What if we... Okay, what does this sound like? Oh, I think I finally found one that doesn't sound terrible. Perfect. That's great. So we just need to go to the spot where we have the 7 that it was. And it holds for the timings. I don't even know. I think we have to change this to what? I think we're adding in, how many notes are we adding in here? Just one note. Okay. So that just means we need to cut it in half and then go down to 6 and then do another 0.5. Go 5, 4, 3, which should be the next note, which is correct. Okay, cool. And then it's the very note after the next. So after the 3, then we have the 2-beat hold. What? I'm so confused. It used to hold for 4 beats, and now it holds for 2. Holds for 1. And then we should just have 2 more little chunks in here that. Okay, let's see how that sounds. Louder360 says, that'd be like playing a game and mad that they are bad at fighting and want it removed because they can't do it. Yeah. Yeah. Or at least some trivialized version of it to help them get through it other than the difficulty settings. I don't know. We also have people that see that it has a rhythm game component and don't even want to play the entire game, which sucks because the rhythm game component is so freaking small. It's like it's nothing. It's like not even 2% of the game. It's an adventure RPG. That's what the game is, where you're questing and stuff the whole time, and you're farming. And there's other mini games too. It's not even the only mini game. So it's just, I don't know what to do about that. It's possible that it's gonna break through anyway because like a lot of people thought eShade looked like a walking sim, and then it broke way outside of what we would normally expect a walking sim to be able to sell. Walking sims don't usually gross, $3.7 million. Not obviously, there are a few that have like Firewatch and stuff like that, but those are exceptions. Those are like the best sellers ever in the history of the entire genre. And eShade sold more like an RPG. And I think it's kind of like because the shit bubbles up eventually. Like the fact that eShade is more like a RPG, people caught on to it. People caught on to that, and the market eventually discovered that it was not as much like a walking sim. I still think the game would have sold a little bit better if we had been more careful with our marketing to make absolutely certain that it didn't smell like a walking sim. But that's just stuff I know now. I didn't know as much back then. I also just didn't have as many ideas about how to cut a trailer and stuff. So that's why we ended up making a new trailer for the game, even like 5 years after it came out. Mossvale says, have any indies done way better than you expected? Any indie games? Tons. I mean, not any that like I watched happen, but I'll often see a game on Steam that I can't even believe how much money it made. Like I'll just be like, I'll just look at the review count and I can't even believe it. That happens all the time. I can't believe how much money people are making on Steam. Sometimes I can't believe how unremarkable a game can look and still find its market. Obviously that market is not me. And I'm well aware that there are, all kinds of gamers who are looking for all kinds of things. The reverse almost never happens. I almost never see a game that's like, oh man, this game probably should have made like $5 million. Oh, what the heck? It only has 10 reviews. That has never ever once happened to me. I don't see these hidden gems. I mean, and I've gone looking, like I've scraped Steam and stuff. I've been doing this a long time, and I like to look at low selling games on Steam and stuff. And I almost never see a game that like I think should have made tons and tons of money. The other way happens all the time though. Basically, I just can't believe how much money people are making on Steam. Okay, so we changed the song. Let's see how it feels now. Oh, that's hard to play. Should we try it again? Oops. Why? The rhythm of it is very weird. That should be... Okay, let me try it one more time. Oops. The rhythm of it is wrong. There's no way. It's like it needs to hold for one extra beat or something. Something is funky with it. Where is the 7? Right here. Let me see what's going on there. Like, let me look at the... Oh, it's dun 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 dun. Okay, I might just be an idiot. Mossvale says, I think people just don't care about graphics as long as the gameplay is fun. Name a friend slot game with AAA graphics. I think it depends on the genre. And I don't, not even just graphics, right? Like just general everything levels. Just like, I don't know, general craftsmanship levels. But yeah, you're right. I mean, they're clearly like the friend slop genre, the friend slop genre and adjacent genres specifically, are just so far outside of anything I'm interested in as a gamer that it's hard to. It's incredible. It's incredible to see them making so much money. But actually, to your point, there are really, really beautiful looking friend slop games. Yeah, there are quite a few of them, right? And some of them have sold better than most of them. There's that really high budget one, that really high budget friend slop game. I don't remember the name of it. Jessen says, me disponibilize a beta is it Spanish? Okay, let's see if we can play this. Dun, dun, dun. Oops. That's really hard. Well, I got it, so I don't know. We'll leave it like that for now. Anyway, that's one of the songs. I wonder if I options, preferences, so you guys can audio system ASIO. Let's just do, I think direct sounds. You guys can hear that, right? Yeah, okay. Hello, Valley of the Wind. Okay, let's go on to the next song. So we got Chant of the Woodcutters. Oh, whoops. Wrong folder. Here we go. Desolation Dirge. This is a really cool song. That's awesome. All right, let's delete all this. I do like the MIDI, though. The MIDI way of doing it makes it very easy. Check this out. We have MIDI for this one. So this is amazing. So first let's get so it's 131 BPMs. 131, and it's in 4/4. And then I'll just get the accompaniment in there. And then we've got the MIDI, which is great. Oh, and it even has the measure lead up. Get out of town. Perfect. Ha! This is going to be easy as pie. Heck yeah. Can you guys hear everything else? That's also what I want to know. I know you can hear this now. I see it. I don't know if you can still hear. You can still hear me. That's good. I don't know if you can hear the game. I guess we'll find out. All right, so festival song. We need Desolation Dirge. So I will duplicate. It doesn't matter. I'll just duplicate up the line. And we'll do Desolation Dirge song. And then we need the accompaniment. So the background music, accompaniments into the spell background. Perfect. All right, let's go see that little noise. Let's see. Oren, thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate that. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. This is a game dev stream, everybody. Anyone who's new, we're working on a game called Songs of Glimmerwick. I can't remember if this is a second time raid. I feel like I recognize the name. I might be crazy though. If you want to check out the game we're working on, it's called Songs of Glimmerwick. And it's a Witch Academy RPG where the magic of the world is music. And right now we are implementing some rhythm game songs. So our composer Phoenix has made the accompaniment, the background for the song, and he's given us the melody. And I just need to put in the melody into our special little markup so that the game knows what keys the player is supposed to press. So here I'll check out this song, and we need to load our Desolation Dirge little markup music, and then we also need our background accompaniment. He also has included the short version of the song, which is new, which is nice. What is it? Okay. So that one should just be 3, a sequence of 3. And let's figure it out real quick. Hello, Devin. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing pretty good. A bit stressed. We're shipping our game soon. Shipping our game this year anyway. Lot to do. Okay, so it's 0, 1, 2. It's 2, 1, 4. So that's the short version, 2, 1, 4. Which is great. I like that. So we only have 3 notes in this, and it's 2, 1, 4. Okay, and now we've got to open up our Desolation Dirge song. And we already have the MIDI to look at, which is nice. So if I just crack open the MIDI, I can see. So this is our tonic right here, G. So it's 1, or it's 2, 1. So that's where we'll start. And the tempo is 80. Are those really holding for 2 beats? Seriously? Why does it not feel like... Oh, that's, the tempo is 131, not 80. 131. And the lead up is 8 beats. Okay, so now I see why these are holding for 2 beats. Okay, so it's 2, 1, and they each hold for 2 beats. So we're getting started here. And then 2, 1, 4 for 3 beats. 6 for 1 beat. 4 for 3 beats and 6 for 1 beat, and that leads into 5 for 3 beats. And then we go to 3, I guess. 3 for 1 beat, right? Yeah. And then 1 for 4 beats. And then 2 and 1 for 2 beats each. And then which one is this? So this is 2, 3, must be 4, right? Yeah. 4 for 3 beats. It's the same pattern as before, I'm guessing. 4 for 3 beats and 6 for 1 beat. 5 for 3 beats and 3 for 1 beat. There we go. This is a new note. Uh-oh. No, I don't think we can do that note. No, we can't, right? So if we drop it an octave, we're just going to have to. What does it sound like? It would be nice if we could do that note, but we cannot do that note. Yeah, that's just what we'll do again. It's kind of repetitive, but whatever. But where were we? We did 3 for 1 beat. I think this is a 3. So this is the new note. 3, 2, and 1 seems to hold for 4. Okay. Thank you, Oren. Devin says, a lot of stress, but it's good news for you and your game. Good luck, and I wish the game... Well, thank you very much. Very, very kind of you. Yes, we've been working on it for over 7 years now. We've put a lot into it. It needs to sell. So that was degree 1, 2, 3. So this one's probably 4, right? 4 for 2 beats. And then 1 for 2 beats. This is 3, 4, 3 for 2 beats, 4 for 2 beats. And then, what is this one? 4. I don't think we've done that one yet. I think that's going to be 6. No, that's G, that's back. So back to the root. Oh, so it will be 7 because we're 0 indexed. So 7 holds for almost 4 beats. Is that right? Oh, okay. Holds for 3.5 beats. And then it must be 6 that holds for half a beat and 5 that holds for a full 4 beats. And then 6 that holds for 3 beats. 6 holds for 3 beats. And it goes da da da. So 6, 7, 6. Those are half beats. 7 for a half beat, 6 for a half beat, and then down to 5. I meant 7, 6. I said it wrong, but I did it right. And that holds for 3 beats before we go to 2 degrees down. So that's 3 for 1 beat, and then 4, I hope, Yeah, it's got to be. 4 for 3.5 beats again. 3.5 beats again. This is going to be a miracle if I get this all right. And then we go back to, so 2, it should be 2-1. 2 for a half beat. 2 for a half beat, and then we end on 1 for, I guess, 3.5 beats will do. Okay, there we go. Let's see if this works. I will go to the, well, we'll just make sure that we start with Desolation Dirge. Oh, we already do start with it here. Let's try it. Okay. Sanjuni says, wrapping it up for tonight. All right. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you sleep well. Okay, here we go with Desolation Dirge. Oops. That was really cool. I'm going to try to play it again because I messed up one part. Oh, pretty hard. I enjoyed that a lot. It's really fun. It's fun to not be able to play a song perfectly and have to practice it. Come on, that was fun. That's my idea of fun. I'm going to get it perfect, even though I didn't quite get it perfect because I'm a sucker and I made it easier than it should be. See, 280 would probably be a perfect score, but anyway, that was really fun. The only thing is that the notes come at me really fast and the song feels really slow. And the way that I have to fix that is I have to cut the tempo in half. So it's going to be 70.5 or what 65 point. Let me just do a calculator. I think it's going to be 65.5. But I'm just going to do a calculator. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. I don't want to get it wrong. 65.5 because then the song will be a little bit broken and I won't know why. So now I have to cut all these times in half, which is annoying, but it should make the game feel a little bit better. I'll be able to see further into the future. So I'm just gonna make sure to not mess this up. Oh, we've got a 3.5 here, which should be 1.75, right? But don't judge me. 3.5 divided by 2 is 1.75. I hope that's what I said. Okay, 1.75. And then 0.25. And then for 2 beats. And then 1.5. And then these will be 0.25, 0.25, and 1.5, 0.5, 1.75, 0.25, 1.75. That's 31.75. All right. Now we'll try it one more time just to sort of sanity check, make sure everything's good. All right. Thank you for dropping by, Devin. Goodbye, goodbye. Mossvale says, I'm on my first flute mini game and I'm struggling. I keep getting overwhelmed with notes being close together. Interesting. How many times have you tried it? Have you done it like 5 times or 10 times? Or was it just 1 time? Okay, let's see. Desolation Dirge. That was fun. That was awesome. That was great. Took 2 tries to beat 1 star. I'm on 4 tries for perfect and only got 306 out of 332. I think I messed up maybe 4 notes. See, that to me is very, very, very fast. For you to say that you're struggling, even though you got the learned star after only 2 attempts, is like, are people expecting to perfect it the first time they ever try it? You've only tried it, let's see, okay, you took 2 tries to beat the 1 star, and you've only gotten 4 tries. Perfect is supposed to be hard. Like, that was the design. It's perfect. It's like, it's like the high achievement. Like, you perfected the song. It's not supposed to be like the thing you get on what? I guess you would expect if feel like you're struggling and you're not getting perfect on the 4th try, then that means your expectation is that you should get perfect either on the 1st try or the 2nd try, I assume. And that is just, I don't know how to change people's expectations. Like, it's supposed to be a thing that you have to practice. Like, you're supposed to spend a couple minutes on it. You're supposed to have to practice it like 7 times and then put it away because you couldn't get it. And then come back and try it again and get really close and put it away. And then, after 3 hours into the game, you decide to give it another whirl and now you perfected it. That was what we were thinking anyway. But I don't know how to change the expectation. It seems like everyone thinks that they should just gobble up perfect right away. Just get like 10 out of 10 perfect score in the first 1 minute. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's good to know. So you felt like, oh, come on, like that, it's just too hard. But so this has to be what's happening with the players. What just happened to you is happening with our players. They're expecting to get it literally instantaneously, like 0 practice. I don't know what to do about that. And tooltips don't work. I mean, we can't talk to the players because they don't read and they don't listen. So I don't know. We've never had an issue like this. That's crazy. I mean, here I am. I just put that song in. I just implemented that song. So that song was a fresh song for me. I'm pretty good at the game and it still took me 4 tries to get it perfect because I'd never seen the song before. Of course, it's a little bit harder than the starting songs, but not that much harder. So I don't know. We might just have to let people suffer and let them get pissed. Because it really is fun to just try. It just is. I'm very confident of it. Oh boy. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Okay. Anyway, I'm happy about that song. That song's in. So I'm going to have to give myself a Trello card. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. 1 second. Okay. So I just wanted to make a Trello card so that we could remember updates short song notations for Desolation Dirge. Mossville says, you know what was throwing me was A and S are next to each other, but then J comes in straight after and it's just jump to your right hand. Okay, but in my opinion, nothing was throwing you because you got it on the 5th try, which is nothing. It's basically, it was almost trivial for you. You just had to try it a couple times. I mean, the song is only like 20 seconds long. I mean, it's like, I think the song is like 35 seconds long. So you literally had to just spend a few minutes on it. If you just got it the literal first time, what are we even doing? How is it even a mini game? It's just, there's no mini game. There's nothing to even try. Maybe we do have to hide the perfects. Okay. So you must have got a sloppy. Valley of the Wind says, I had fun with the multiple attempts, failing and getting good. Okay, good to know. Yeah, maybe it's just the kind of person, or maybe it's just people aren't primed to feel like they should, that's the kind of game they're playing right now. Maybe it'll just all bubble up. I mean, Jack and I feel that the game is fun, like the rhythm game. We enjoy doing it. And we almost never have our heads up our own ass. Almost never. We never have we been like, oh, this is great, and then everyone hated it. It's always like, if we think it's good, everyone else will think it's good too. I guess one blind spot we did have was a particular mini game on Leaving Lindau, so it's possible. It's possible we have a blind spot on this. Mossville says, I honestly feel like you tell me I can get the upgraded spell if I get perfect. You dangle that reward. I can't leave it behind. Okay. So you feel like you need to get the good thing immediately. Interesting. I wonder, maybe we'll remove the line about the perfected. She does say it takes practice though, right? She says that. She says that multiple times. She says it takes practice. But you felt either you didn't really perceive that line, or you didn't really think that I was actually trying to tell you anything in the game. Maybe you just thought it was like fluff text that didn't actually apply, like in a sort of gameplay way. This is a really interesting insight, though, into a player's process. Like, to hear you say that you got it on your 5th try is interesting, because we have no data on how many tries people are taking before they're getting frustrated. And to hear you say that you got a little bit frustrated after just 2 tries is good for me to hear, because it means we shouldn't kill ourselves too much to make the game easier. Clearly, that's not the problem. we're not going to be able to make it so easy that you like it just instantly get perfect the first time you touch the thing. You don't even know what's going on. You don't even know what the game is. It's your first time ever playing and you're expecting to get perfect on the first try. Then that is not a standard that we will ever be able to meet just by simply making the game easier, unless we completely trivialize the entire game. Somehow we need to get people in the spirit of knowing that they're supposed to try a couple times. And that I don't know how to do. Louder360 says, because isn't this a magic school? I kind of feel like you should fail in your in school for magic and do not know how to do it lore-wise. Yeah, I mean, that was our thinking too, that you would like, know that this is your first time playing the mini game and that you expect to get better at it. Mossfell says, I'll be honest, I felt it was fluff text because I didn't have the context of the game itself until I tried it. Okay, so maybe if we move that text to after the game, maybe she has to reiterate it. We did say some people closed the game after they got to the mini game, so they didn't even know they didn't have to do the mini game. But those people, I don't know if we ever were going to get anyway. Okay, well, anyhow, something to revisit. Let me see if I can knock out one more song here. Okay, that was awesome. So we got festival song. Now we have sandcastle jingle. Oh, let's see. Awesome. Okay, that is really fun. Really excited about that one. So let's move on. It's 100 BPMs. So it will come at us really fast, but it's kind of a fast feeling song. So I think 100 is what we want. And then we'll put the accompaniment in and we'll put the MIDI in. And then we've got the flute shortcut as well. So let's go to our sandcastle jingle. And I'll just duplicate one of these and I'll call it Sandcastle Song. Oops. Mossville says, if it was me, I would have the first flute song as left hand or right hand only, which I know would take a whole rework or make the notes longer so the timing is more forgiving. Interesting. So just starting with an easier song, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's an idea. So for the sandcastle, let's check this out. We want, let's see, sandcastle jingle was the flute shortcut. Okay. So that's just 7, 6, 4. Maybe we want a couple more notes on that. We'll see. Just so players aren't accidentally playing it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 5 notes. So it's gonna be 7, 6, 4. And then the next 2 notes we'll see in the MIDI. Um, 7, 6, 4 should just be 6, 4 again. That should be really easy. 6, 4. Okay. And now we just have to notate it. We've got to do the BPMs, which are 100, and the lead is 8, right? Yeah, it's 8. Okay, so 100 BPMs with a lead of 8. Okay. On attempt 8 and trying my best and barely getting 4 points above the perfect score. Perfect score used to actually be perfect. It used to be like you have to do it perfect. You have to play it perfect. And yeah, on try 8, like we intended it to be that you would have to try it like 20 times to get it perfect. And then if you want to get it perfect every time, you'd have to like keep trying it. This is still only like 10 to 15 minutes of gameplay, because it's, you know, I mean, okay, maybe 20 minutes. I don't know how long the song is, but it's not like an insane time investment. If you're enjoying trying to get it. But if you just expect it to be mashing perfect every time, yeah, I mean, the solution can't be make this game easier, because it was never the design intent to just be having people blast perfect instantly. I mean, basically instantly, right? 8 tries is nothing. I just tried the new song like 6 times. It took like 1 minute. DentexQ, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. It isn't really informative though, because this is our problem. People expect it to be, people don't expect to practice. They don't expect to try. They don't expect to do it, like retry it. They're not really seeing it as like a high score situation, and they're not seeing perfect as something special. They're seeing it as sort of a bare minimum. And I don't know how to solve those problems. Mosfell says, maybe split the song into 2 halves so perfect is longer and therefore harder. Wait, split the song into 2 halves so perfect is longer. Wait, I don't understand. Wouldn't people just, whatever it is that you ask people to do, won't they just always expect to be able to do it instantly? Let's see. So Sandcastle song. Let's start notating this thing. So it's boom. First 3 notes are 2 beats. Starts with note 7. 7, 2 beats, 6, 2 beats. 4, 2 beats. And then 6 for 1 beat, looks like. Wait, no. 1.5 beats. And this one's for 0.5 beats. And then back to 4 for 1.5 beats. 1.5 beats. Okay. And then 3, I assume. 3, 2. That is for half a beat. 3 for half a beat. 2 for 1.5 beats. And then 3, 2. So 3 for half a beat. And 2 for 1.5 beats. And then 1. And back up to 4, I assume. 1 for half a beat. And then back up to 4 for an actual 2 beats. And did we restart? Oh no. And that should be 3 for 2 beats. And then I think we just do the whole thing again, right? Oh, okay, so it's slightly different all the way up until it's actually hard to track, but I will copy the entire thing and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 notes are the same before it finally changes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 notes are the same. This is the one. Instead of going up to 4, it goes up 1 degree, which is just 2. And that one holds for a really long time. It holds for 4 beats. And then 2, 1, 2 for 2, and 1 for 2. And then does everything again, right? No, everything's different now. But it follows the same rhythm pattern. We should really check our work. Let's see, because this is a long one. It's longer than the others. So I just want to make sure that we've got it right so far. Mosville says, so perfect is the full 35 seconds and you don't access it till you've done the first half, 15 seconds. Okay, that seems like a reasonable curve. That seems like basically exactly as we designed it. Maybe even faster than we designed it. Sandcastle jingle, here we go. Oh crap, I forgot to change the background music. Okay, but that's good. That's really good to know. I appreciate you telling me all this, Mossvale. This is good info to be getting in real time. All right. Sandcastle song and Sandcastle. Oh, did I not put it in? Oopsies. Here we go. So Sandcastle accompaniments coming in. Spell background tracks. Okay, cool. What's going on? Okay, clearly the wrong song has been loaded in. Just did not save the song, I think, is all. What a colossal waste of time. And how many more songs do we have here? A bunch. At least 3. 4. 4 more songs. That's a lot. It's crazy. Okay, did I have those last 2 notes notated correctly? Okay, yes. Should I follow the same pattern? It starts after the first 2 notes. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, let's just notate them from scratch. It's easier. Okay, what degree is this? Should be 6. Quite confident of that. So 6 for 1.5 notes. 6 for 1.5 notes. Seven for half a note. Back to 6 for a full 2 notes. Yeah. BRB, folks. At least I need to finish this song. At least. All right. So this is 6. This should be 4. Yeah. 4, 6, 4. So that's going to be that same pattern of 4 for 1.5 notes, 6 for half a note, 4 for, I am guessing 2 notes. No, 1.5 beats, not notes. 4 for 1.5 beats. And then 3, back to 4. 3 for half a beat. And then back to 4 for an entire measure, 4 beats. Okay. And then what do we start on? That's the top. That's 7. 7, and those are 2 more 2 beaters. 7 for 2 beats, 6 for 2 beats. And then 4, I think now we're following the same pattern as what was at the end, right? Or at least was at the middle. Yeah. It's the second run after starting with the 7. We just copy that entire thing and it should be good. Second run after starting with the 7, there's that 7. Go through the whole thing and then how many notes do we copy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 notes. Starting from 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 notes. Copy this entire pattern. Yeah. There. That should be the whole song. Pretty sure. I hope it works first try. That'll be a miracle. Mossvale says, so for the woodcutters song, with practice I had from the first song, I got perfect first try. I actually think the song structure itself was simpler and easier. Yeah, maybe just a simpler song. Maybe we need to switch the woodcutters song. No, because the woodcutters song doesn't sound anything like a tilling song. Let's see. What does the song of the woodcutter sound like? Okay, well, and what is the song of tilling? Okay. Yeah, maybe we just simply make the player practice this song. Wait, what? I don't even remember what enforces the first song you practice. Does anything enforce the first song you practice? Oh man, I've got to play the music class again. That might help. You might be onto something there, Mossvale. You might be onto something. And I wonder if the Melody of Stones is the easiest one of all. That's not the Melody of Stones. Is that... That's interesting. Doesn't... That could easily be the Melody of Tilling, or the Song of Tilling. If we wanted to swap those songs, if that song was easier. Anyhow, Sandcastle Jingle. Well, that was joyous. Awesome. That's beautiful. All right. Louder360 said, isn't it when you decide what job you want and you're taken to the farm that you learn to do that spell the farm? Yeah, she gives you Song of Tilling. Oh, yes. Okay. So that, but you don't have to practice right then and there. Does music teacher even make you practice? Is that what people's first song is, I wonder? I don't know. Well, at any rate, maybe simply making the Song of Tilling easier would go a long way. Okay, so we finished that song. It would be so fun to do one more, just one more song, because we still have 4 songs left. Because we've got to do the snow pile, we've got to do the fish trap, the restoration round. Let's see, that one's cool. That one sounds like it might have a note that we don't have. I love that song though. I simply have to see. That song is so cool. It's a beautiful song. It's 150 BPMs. Okay. Does it use a very high note? Yeah, it does. Goes beyond. So that really cool part that sounds so nice, we would not be able to do. I don't know why these aren't lined up. Now they are. No, they're not. Something got shifted here. Seems like right here it got shifted. It's such a beautiful song. You know, we don't even have need for a shovel song anymore. We made a design change. I don't know why this is getting all screwed up. Very odd. Okay, anyway. I wonder if that song will be easier than the Song of Tilling. Yeah, lots of options here. Make the Song of Tilling easier, I think, has got to be the critical path. Mad Chirpy, hello and welcome. Yeah, I was. Jonas Tyroller's great. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so anyway, let's do the other song. Let's do a song we know. Well, should I just notate this one? I wonder. I bet that song's not gonna be easier. Oh, cool. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I stream on Twitch a little bit. Just working, just game deving. It's not a very entertaining stream, but we get work done. For anyone new to the stream, we are currently implementing songs into the game. Songs that rhythm songs that the player plays, which is a mini game in the game. I feel like I just have to implement this song. It's first of all such an awesome song. I really like the song. But I'm just wondering if it'll be easier than the Tilling song. Well, okay, I should shelve that one. Let's just do the ones we know we're going to put in. It's just something I was thinking about. So there's the Whirlwind aria. Let's put that one in. That one is going to be 150 BPM. So we're already at 150 and it's in 3/4. Mad Chirpy, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's delete this stuff. And oh yes, to be clear, everyone, I'm not making music. I'm just implementing Phoenix's music into the little rhythm markup. So here's the Whirlwind aria full. We need, actually, why don't we just do this right now? This is going to save us some time. So let's, oops. I just duplicated the sand castle song data. Let me delete that. We already have the whirlwind aria data. So what I'm going to do right now is at least give us the names here. So let's call this whirlwind aria song. And there's at least 2 more. So there's the whirlwind aria. There's the snow pile jingle and the fish trap refrain. So I'll just put those in place. Thanks for dropping by, Mad Chirpy. Have a good one. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Mossville says, I'm very impressed by the game. All right. Well, thank you. Voice acting is amazing. That is fantastic to hear. Art style is lush and very good lighting indoors. All right. Well, thank you. I'm glad you dig it. We'll call this one Fish Trap Song. We'll call another one Snow Pile Song. Snow Pile Song. And I at least want to get these things hooked up. So let's get the accompaniments in. So here's the spell background tracks. And then I'm going to get the revised songs. So we've got Whirlwind Aria accompaniments. Stick that in there. We've got the Shovel song. Why not? Why not get it in there? We've got the Sandcastle jingle. We already have Desolation Dirge. We already have Snowpile jingle. Accompaniment. Get it in there. Fish Trap refrain. Accompaniment. Get it in there. And the Restoration round. Accompaniment. Get it in there. Very nice. We still need to do a restoration round. Let's see. Okay, whatever. I'll just copy this one and call it restoration round song. And then I think we have one more, right? Got one more song. No, I think that's all of them. Okay. So the shrine repair is going to go to the restoration round song and go to the restoration round accompaniments. The snow sculpture is going to go to the snow pile song and the snow jingle accompaniment. The whirlwind, we're going to check that out, is going to go to the whirlwinds aria song and the whirlwinds accompaniments. Very nice. Okay, so just a few more to do here. Let's do this. Sophia, hello. I'm glad you dig the song names. Awesome. Okay, shrine repair. So which one are we doing right now? What are we even doing? I imagine we're doing the restoration round, right? No, we're doing Whirlwind Aria. Here we go. Okay, let's put in the MIDI. $150 BPMs and 3/4. Wow, it has a lot of lead, right? Oh yeah, 12 full notes. There seems to be a key mismatch. Okay, somebody is in the wrong key. I'll just keep moving it down a half step till it's right. Yeah, it was just a half step off. This is unbelievable that this is all in the same key. It's crazy. Phoenix is a magician. I just hope all the notes are actually in here. This one looks like we've got a shot. No. Is that a note really in the key? I don't think it is. I don't think so. That note's in the key. Am I going crazy here? No, we have not publicly announced a date. The stress is just simply finishing the game this year. I don't know. I don't think that this is... Yeah, this song doesn't fit in the key. That's unfortunate. How does this keep happening? It was too good to be true. It's the note in between those. Wait, is that it? Yeah. It seems like I can play the song. It's just all in the wrong key. Like everything's in the wrong key. I wonder what happened here. So is that... Do I have this note? Let's see. It almost seems like maybe it is in the right key, but this entire track, the accompaniment is in the wrong key. Like the accompaniment is supposed to be pitch shifted up half a step. Pitch. One semitone. Interesting. So let's see. Do we have all those notes? Maybe. I'm all skeptical of this song now, but I guess let's just write it out. So it does have a 12 beat lead up. So let's do that. Let's open up the Whirlwind song here. Wait for it to get out. Selphia says, that makes sense. Glad you're not putting the extra pressure on. Oh no, we're absolutely killing ourselves. We're completely destroying ourselves. I mean, we've been killing ourselves for, I don't know, since November, death marching. And just to have a shot at 2026. But we've been working on the game for over 7 years already. We have my wife who works on the game with me, we had our second child 1 month ago. So we have a newborn. And yeah, this is the hardest year of our lives for sure. But it's temporary, and you just work as hard as you can, work until the wheels fall off, and ship this game, because we have a good opportunity here. We have 150,000 wish lists. We have a really good game, I think, and it's mostly done, but it just needs to be finished. And there's a lot to do, so we're just destroying ourselves to finish it. But it's exciting. It's exciting. It's fun. Crunch is fun sometimes when it's your game, you know, and you're gonna reap the reward. It's not fun if somebody else makes you crunch. That's bad. That sucks. Yes, they do. And predictability, in that you can definitely predict that they will not sleep and that they will wake up. At least ours wakes up. He almost never sleeps for more than 2 hours at once, which is normal. But it also really sucks. So we're on the crazy 24-hour schedule right now, where I'm up all night with the baby. I wake up at midnight. Actually, I'm about to go to bed. I should probably go to bed within the next hour. It's only 4 p.m. for me, local time. It's a very crazy schedule. Frustrum Studios, hello, welcome. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so I want to go to the Whirlwind Aria song. And the tempo is 150, which I will definitely have to adjust. And it's a 12-beat lead up. And let's see if this actually works. Okay, so here's G, so it has to be 5, 5, 7, 5 for 2 beats, 7 for 1 beat, back to 5 for 4 beats, and then 4, so this is 3, 4, 5, so it's going to go like this, 3, 4, 5, and they each hold for, well, the first 2 hold for 1 beat, and then the next one holds for 4 beats, it looks like. There's no way this is going to work. Okay, and then it's the same pattern. 3, 4, 5, but they all hold for 1 beat. And then we go reverse. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes here. So, right, it ascends, right? So it should go 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, and they each hold for 1 beat. So I'm just going to put a 1 for all of them. And then finally we have one that holds for 3. And that should be the second degree of the scale. Yeah, should be second. And that's correct, because this is G and this is the second. So that's perfect. 2, and that holds for a full 3 beats. Excellent. And then we have, oh no, that's not correct. It should be 1. So we skipped something along the way. So there's a note in here that we can do. So it doesn't go to 2, it goes down to 1. 3, 1, and then this one is the tonic 0. And 0 holds for 3 beats. 0 holds for 3 beats. And then, there we go. And then this one is actually 2, and that holds for another 3 beats. 2 holds for 3 beats. And then back to the tonic, 0 holds for 3 beats. And I think the next one I already saw was 2 holds for 3 beats. Except it doesn't hold for 3 beats, it holds for 2. And then we go up to 3. 3 for 1 beat. And then we go back down to the tonic for 4 beats. And then, did we skip one here? Yeah, we did. We do skip one. So we need to be careful. We don't go up to 1. We start right at 2. 2, 3, 4. And it goes 2, 3, 4. And all of these hold for 1 beat. And then back to 0 for 1 beat. I don't know if any of this is going to work. And then it seems like we go back up to 2 for 1 beat. And then we go all the way up to what? Oh, this one's not 4. This one's some other degree of the scale. That actually should be 7. Oh man, I really messed that up. So where we started with 2 right there, instead of 2, 3, 4, it was actually 2, 2, 4. It just has to be 7. It has to be 2, 4, 7. 2, 4, 7. And then 0, 2. 0, but for how long? For 1 beat each. 1 beat. This one, I'm less confident of this one than I have been with any of them. 7, this has to be 6. Yeah. 6 for 3 beats, 5 for 3 beats. 6 for 3 beats, 5 for 3 beats. 4 for 3 beats. And then finally 2. And then that should be 1. No, we messed up somewhere. We messed up. Where did we mess up? Anyway, this should be held for, wait, 3 for 6 beats. 3, 2, 1. No, we didn't. We ended on the right time. So we ended on the right note and we ended on the right timing. So give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's see what happened. Did we do it? I don't know. This is crazy. Okay. Mossvale says, how long did it take you to settle on lore and backstory? Oh, thank you. I'm glad. I'll pass on your compliments to Jacqueline. Honestly, the first cutscene of the game about like escaping from the Silence Village, we didn't make that until like a year ago. I mean, we didn't come up with that idea until like a year ago. The Silence is very old. Jacqueline has been working on the lore since even before I started production. So like 8 years ago, really. But the idea to make your avatar an escaped person from a Silence Village was very, very recent. Selphia said you already did the 0 and 2 for 1. It's duplicated now. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Okay, well, we're going to have to... when we play it, we'll have to see where that messes us up. Whirlwind Aria, here we go. Not get. Okay. What did I do wrong? Whirlwind Aria. Oh, maybe I forgot to save it. I'll save it. Okay. And then that will unfortunately be the last thing I can do because I gotta hit the hay. It's very sad because I'm really flying here. Mossvale says it's really interesting what it takes to make the game fit lore versus lore fit the game. Yeah. Dang it. Oh. Okay, so I just need to pitch shift this song because I forgot that we had to pitch shift it. So let me put the accompaniment in here. So here's the accompaniment. And I'll just put it on this track for now, and then I'll solo this track. It sounds dissonant. I wish it didn't sound like that. What if I... wondering if I go down... How many semitones are in a... It's 12, right? Do we do negative 11 semitones? Will it be in the same key? Well, it sounds terrible. Okay, anyway, that's how we have to fix it. It sounds really wrong now, but whatever. What we want to do is we want to render stereo. We want to render the time selection. We want to render it right to browse for file. We want to render it right into audio, music, spell backgrounds, and where's my dot wave? Is it not a dot wave? Is it like something else? What are they? Are they MP3s? No, they're dot wave. So why can't you overwrite a dot? Are you stupid? Like, what's going on? What? What do you mean there's nothing in? Okay. Save. Okay, I'll copy this. I don't know what's going on. Here's the directory I want. The file name, browse for file. It's not going to let me. Completely stupid. Whirlwind aria accompaniment. Let me copy that name because it's too stupid for words. Okay, and I assume it's going to add... What did it do? What did it do? What did it do? Where did it go? Spell background tracks. Oh, what did it do? It's just completely asinine. Like, I have no idea where it's rendering. I have no idea what it's doing. I'll put it on the desktop. Whatever. It's too stupid. Okay, I'll go to the desktop. No idea what's going on. We catch up with chats. Sophia says, oh. Thank you, Frustum. Oh, thank you. That makes me really happy to hear. All right. I will pass on your compliments. Hey, Sampless fam. Unfortunately, I'm about to get off. But thank you for dropping by the stream. Sorry, I've been missing you. Okay, there. Now we've replaced it with hopefully what is the correct accompaniment that should be in the right key. Koyakupa asks, do you consider your game as double A? I think most people, when they think of a double A game, they think of like $10 million production budget. And if you ask, I'm pretty sure if you ask Google what is the production budget of a double A game, it'll say about 10 million. So I guess I think of our game as slightly smaller than double A. I guess I think of it as like double I or something. Because we definitely are indie. I mean, you know, we work out of our house and stuff. It's just my wife and I and one other full-time programmer. So typically like a double A game is going to have like 10 people in production or more. Yeah, Expedition 33 had a much, much, much bigger production budget than us, and a much bigger team. Appreciate that, Sam Plus. Well, we've got the demo. Something. That's the hardest song. Okay, so somebody said it that I duplicated something I shouldn't have. But that one is definitely our hardest song. Selfia said, you already did the 0 and 2 for 1. It's duplicated now. You already did the 0 and 2. Oh, okay. Let's see if that fixes it. Getting poppin' on screen load, leaving the green hall into courtyard. I've never seen poppin' there. Could be, but doesn't sound good. That is so hard. That is so hard. And I love that it's hard. Okay, so this is me on the 3rd try. Let's see. All right, all right. Good. Good that it's hard. The more I do this, the more annoyed I get at, like, I don't want to make it too easy. Okay, I hit all the notes. They were sloppy, but I hit them all. So I'll probably get close to a perfect score, maybe perfect score. No, I got a perfect score, 246. That was easy. I mean, it took me 4 tries. That's good. I like that a lot. That was good. That was really fun. Okay. Mossville asks, are the bushes along the outside a single object? Bushes along the outside. Poppin'. Depends what bushes you're talking about. Okay. Songs got hard enough they annoyed the creator. No. I was annoyed. I was having fun with the song, and I was annoyed at the voices in my head telling me that the music minigame is too hard. I was annoyed at the hypothetical players because we've already had so many people who think that the music minigame is too hard, and that song is way harder than anything we've put out so far. And I got it in 3 tries, and it was fun. It was fun being challenged, and people don't need to perfect the songs. So we're gonna leave it, and maybe people will get mad. The ones on either side of the door around the courtyard. I don't know if those are part, but I mean, nothing should be popping in. You shouldn't see anything pop in. So the bushes in front of the door are parts of the mesh. These ones are broken up into quite a few pieces. Geez, I have so many things in the way. Are these all one piece? These maybe are part of the mesh. I don't know. But it shouldn't be resulting in some kind of visual bug. Yeah, I guess these are all part of the mesh. Interesting. Yeah. So these are all built in to the one mesh. But yeah, it's all one piece. All right, folks. I have to run. I got to go to bed. That was wicked. We got so many songs implemented. Finish implementing them tomorrow. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me. This game is called Songs of Glimmerwick. Please check it out. We have a demo available. It's free. It's 2 to 3 hours, and your save will pick up from where you left off when the full game comes out. So go check it out. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Mossvale. Thanks for playing the demo. Thanks for dropping by, everyone. And hopefully I'll catch some of y'all next time. All right, bye-bye.